had dinner at the house one day about 10 years ago, maybe 10, something like that. And they invited me, it was insistent that I be there for the dinner, not knowing what a 12-step call was. And so we're eating dinner and they're talking about sobriety, and I'm sitting there and probably drunk at the time. But and Ray was telling me about the program, and so I just piped up. I got up and I said, you know what? That program is fine for y'all. I'm working Todd's program and I'm doing great. And I walked off. And we look back on that and laugh now, because when I got sober, the first time I talked to Ray, she said, how's Todd's program? I said, oh, no. I don't do Todd's program anymore. I do the 12 steps. But anyway, long story short, I'm here to talk to Ray. And Ray, tell us a little bit about yourself and what it was like and all those things. And we want to know.
Okay. I'm Ray, an alcoholic. I came to Austin for my treatment. And I didn't know what it was going to be, because I had seen stuff, on TV and stuff, but I didn't know what that was going to be like, to stop drinking. But
And this was when?
1984.
1984.
June 84.
June, okay. All right. So you came to Austin.
Got sober, stayed there 28 days. Supposed to be 28, but I stayed more than that because I had to get my teeth.
Okay.
And so, came back and it was just a whole new world. And see, then we had, what this called, Rosemary? That place that helped us when we come out.
Oh, are you talking about the Pay It Forward program? Yeah.
Something else it's called.
Next Right Step. No?
Mm-mm.
I'm not sure, but you had the place to help you.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to go to Texas Rehabilitation.
Okay.
I went there and that lady helped me, and I got in school and everything. And it was hard. I stayed home with my mama. And they told me that was my trigger right there. My mama. They say everything I said was my mama. They said, well, that she ought to be your that's your trigger. I don't think you're gonna be able to work there. Stay there. I said, yes, I am. I got 2 children. She 12 and my baby 9. I can't leave my children. And so I had to stay and bite that bullet, because you ain't grown at your mama's house. You still a baby. But and so she didn't want me going to no meetings. She said, you done been to one. Why you gotta go to another? She didn't understand that. I kept crying and stuff, but I kept going. I'm so grateful. What else I'm supposed to say?
Well, so tell us what made you decide that you needed to get sober. What happened back then?
Baby, she told me, Mom, I think you need to go to this place. And me and Dennis gonna stay here with me, Mom.
Okay.
And we'll be all right.
Okay.
I said, but Tuesday they gonna never let me out. Because all I knew about Officer St. Hospital was the police department.
Yeah.
I said, oh man, put me in this place. And so my brother just left today, going to a funeral, but he came here for the Texas Relays. And so he brought me and my uncle, Papa Miller Light, all the way there. He wouldn't give me nothing but a Coke and a bag of potato chips. I cussed all the way here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was mad. Because that's my baby brother. I'm the oldest.
Right.
Telling me what to do. And he said, yeah, you going today. He said, don't let her go. Trims was going to send me. And they go on the bus. Bob Drew said, no, she's going to get off the bus. Y'all won't be able to find her. So now I'm going to take her straight up to the door. And that's what he did, and I'm so grateful.
Okay, cool. So, all right, well, so you got sober, and you were your mom's, and you struggled going to meetings, but I guess you continued to go to meetings throughout. So let's hear about the tools that you gathered, to stay sober. Some of your experiences through the years that kind of like, because I can tell you that sobriety has its highs and its lows, right? Mm-hmm. And so let's hear about some of those 40 years, what you did, tools you used, things you do today.
Mm-hmm.
Experience, strength, and hope.
That's right.
And what it was like, what happened, what
It's like now.
All right, Rosemary, you're going to be on my podcast very soon. All right. Okay, so let's talk about it. Tools.
Okay, I done what the people said,
Right.
evidently. And I didn't like women when I first got there, but then the women was my best friend. They taught me everything.
Okay.
Women taught me how to be a lady, how to have sobriety, what to expect in raising my children. And I said, this is good. But day by day, it got better. And I stayed. I didn't know where to go. I done everything else. And so they everything they told me, they say 90 meetings in 90 days. But I went to more than that. And I went to all the birthday nights for the first year. I went to everybody's birthday. Because I wanted to know how it worked.
Yeah.
And all of them had time and I didn't have any. So I done that. And it took me about 5 years before I went to a retreat. Because I thought I needed a lot of money to go.
Right.
And so now, because I ain't asked nobody, because you don't want nobody to know you're done. And so,
You're not done.
yeah, but I'm saying,
Yeah, I understand.
yeah, I didn't want to ask nobody. But when I went, I enjoyed it. I went to Lake Whitney.
Oh.
And they have NAAA down there.
Mm-hmm.
And CA,
Yep.
Whitney, Lake Whitney. And so we didn't ever get to go, but she was going to go with me. Because it's just a beautiful experience. And when I went to recovery, it was so good. I had bad days. I was crying and stuff because stuff wasn't right. And I didn't know I had to go through all that, but I did. And it was worth it.
Oh, yes.
It's way worth it. Yeah, June the 26th, 1984.
Okay. And then you ended up in Citadel.
Because my daughter was down here, and I came down here to stay with my daughter in San Antonio. Met Rosemary, met Toy at that group there. And I stayed there with, my baby, I always found me a meeting to go to, wherever she was, because she was traveling. And so, with California, I was living there with her. And so, she always had me a meeting to go to, because she know I'm crazy. And so, she said, oh yeah, Mom, I found one over here. And I would start going to church with her, and I stayed there to stop.
Yeah.
But had a lot of different jobs.
Yeah, thank us for
Yes, I did.
Let's hear about some of your sponsees, some of your experiences there.
My first sponsor read was Rosemary. And
I wasn't your first one.
no, but the first Toy the one that was in the Air Force.
Oh.
Okay.
And I got her, and then like I say, just added up. Got Jason. I don't have Jason's number no more. I sure have that. I don't like moving and stuff because I lose stuff. But Jason was my first man to sponsor.
Okay.
Yeah, and my baby, her and Rosemary.
Okay.
And we all went to church similar. We to our meetings. I told them what I did. I went to meetings every day.
Yeah.
Sometimes all day. Whatever it took. I stayed, I felt safe at our meeting in Houston, 610 South Beach Road.
I probably after I got out of treatment, in treatment we do a lot of meetings, but after I got out of treatment, I probably did more than a meeting for a long time. Because I truly felt like one of the unfortunate ones. Like this really is going to work. And then once it kind of worked for me, I sure didn't want to lose it. Yeah. And so I'm glad that I stayed. And I remember, you having Rosemary go to all those meetings, and so I, you know, even though wasn't quite there, but I was still there a little bit. I still kind of watched, and so I wanted what y'all had. After I realized that what I was doing was really going to work out too well. You know, so let me ask you a question. So,
Okay.
so before sobriety, you know, our families were upset, not happy with us and everything. What I find is that now, regardless of what I do, as long as I stay sober and work my program, if I were to pass away tomorrow and you go to my funeral, you'll only hear the good things I've done since I got sober, right? And it's not like they didn't forget all the bad, but I think that no matter how old you are when you get sober, no matter how old your children are, because mine are all grown, no matter how old they are, it's like a restart, you know. And they don't, my kids don't throw it in my face or anything like that. The past, but if I go out and get drunk, had a wreck and died, none of that good stuff would come out of my funeral. I would have just been that sorry old drunk, you know. So I have that living amends that I do to my family, and you know, my mother never saw me sober before she passed. My father, none of them, and so I kind of have that what they call a living amends. You know, I kind of owe it to my generations because you know, we make generational changes. You know, I experienced a suicide attempt in January of 2018, and had I been successful, it would have destroyed my family. Nobody, every member of my family permission. Never thought about that. You know, looking back, I'm like, ah. So now, you know, everybody gets together. I get a lot of people. I have a lot of family, right? We get together and there's no drugs or alcohol at my house, and everybody's happy. Everybody's sober. It's crazy. I think some of them smoke
Nobody's
weed.
partying.
Yeah, I think some of them smoke weed, but that's not my battle. You know? But yeah, it's really cool. So, what about your family?
I have two sisters and one brother. My brother left this morning, going to a funeral or something. And my two sisters didn't drink, and my mama didn't drink. She was diabetic, and I'm a diabetic now. And, that's the down part. Ooh, but I got to be diabetic. I just wailed, I cried, and the doctor said, it's going to be all right. I said, no, it's not. Because I don't do needles. I don't do none of that. I'm not going to make it. You know what I'm saying? And so it was just, you know, a lot of things you had to get used to and figure out what you was going to do.
Right.
Which is more important for me to live or what. My mama was diabetic. And so, and my grandmother. Come on. So I did that. And had a lot of ups and downs with jobs. Ended up working in a bar. Who's better to do that than an alcoholic? I know how you want it. Okay.
Okay.
And so that's what I did. I did that for a long time, finished raising my children.
Okay.
Because they were still in school and stuff, and I was coming out and I didn't know what to do. I got in the appointment, Villa Americana apartment, townhouse and everything, with a lot of dope and drinking, but that wasn't my thing. Dope. Drinking was my thing. And so they said, well, you're going to be able to live there. I said, well, you pay my rent. I said, well, you pay that. So they stopped them from talking. You know how they do. And so stayed there for 19 years.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, that's definitely a long time. Question.
Mm-hmm.
So when you first started working in this bar, was it a problem? Did you have any times that you're like, oh, you know, was there any of that? No.
Because I passed all of that.
I remember we used to work in the rodeo.
Worked the rodeo for 13 to 14 years.
Yeah.
You know,
In the club, made a lot of money.
dead presidents.
Dead presidents, that's right. Steve Hurton did like 270 hours, 20 days. And I tell you, did nobody want to do it, but I did. I said, baby, I get up in the morning, drink my 5-hour energy, baby, and it was on. My head bartender said, Ray Ray is like a energized bunny. If I had 9 more like her, I'd be doing good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny how in sobriety we become good employees.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Yeah, I've had the same job for 6 years, and I was never dreamed about how, you know, I was that guy that I'm never going to work in an office. I'm never going to be inside a building. I'm going to be free. Of course, that was part of my addiction.
Mm-hmm.
But and now I have an office. I work in a building. It's like I even discovered what PTO was. Go figure. Yeah,
Mhm.
and it's pretty amazing. Yeah, and insurance. Yeah. So yeah, sobriety is a great thing, and life changes very well for us. You know, and it does for our family. So did any of your children or anybody, did they fall prey to the addiction or alcoholism? No. So cool. So you got sober early.
Mm-hmm.
They were young, so they didn't grow up in that.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Perfect.
Well, Tootie knew I drank.
Right.
That Thunderbird baby.
Yeah. So yeah, I remember Boone's Farm Tickled Pink. That was my thing. Back when I was way back when.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was in high school. Yeah, I was into that. Boone's Farm Tickled Pink and then the Country Punk. Had to have one of those two every day. And I didn't know that was a problem. I thought that was just, you know, cool.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit
I
out.
was drinking, when I was drinking when happy hour was really happy.
Yeah.
To get 2 more. I just loved it.
I remember happy hour. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
definitely. And it definitely was a happy hour for some.
Mm-hmm. And so that's what I did, and you know, and everything they had told me you can't do. I said, yeah, well, I gotta make me some money, and I don't know how to do that now. So went back to that. Mm-hmm.
So one of the things that I find, you know, people tell me that, Todd, you can't do drugs or you can't do this, and I'm like, I can do anything I want to, and I can. I just choose not to, because you put that challenge on me that I cannot do something. Our addict alcoholic mind's going to go, oh, that, yeah, that's on, you know. And so I very quickly tell people, yes, I can. I can do anything. I just choose not to. And under those terms, it's real easy for me to stay sober because I'm not backed in a corner, and I keep myself on this even keel that says, okay, this is my choice, and I would choose nothing else at this point in my life. Like you said, there comes a time. I think there comes a time because I have no temptations, no desires for any of that kind of stuff. I only have temptations and desire to help people. It's I used to not help people. Well, I guess you knew that because you met me. But little did I know. Yeah. So okay.
Yeah, ask me questions because my mind's going.
Okay. What happened with COVID? What happened with COVID?
Oh. I had to stay home, and then I had to. They put what's the thing we got online?
The virtual Zoom?
And I didn't like that because I was raised up going to meetings. So I didn't like that. But I did because I needed to stay plugged in, you know, and still do it.
Got used to it. Yeah, I was very anti-Zoom myself. I did not like Zoom. I didn't want no part of it. But like you said, we had to stay connected somehow, you know. And so now I don't mind Zoom so much. You know, it's actually very convenient. You can meet a lot of people from a lot of places. You know, so I kind of enjoy it. Okay, so were you here in Austin or here when COVID happened, or where were you in San Antonio? You were in San Antonio. Yeah, that was a tough time. I remember that because none of us knew. You know, yeah, that was a scary time.
And they was falling off, you know,
That's
different
right.
ones and everything. I said, I ain't going to, you know, so I stayed and kept doing my things when I couldn't. When I had a car, I get to my own meetings. I ain't have to wait on nobody because I still don't like that.
Right.
Waiting on folks to come take me because I might get an urge to go 6 o'clock in the morning. They don't want to go.
You still go? You still go?
Ooh, I have to go. Girl, I'm crazy as hell. If I don't, you know.
Right. Yeah, it'll get us down a path, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because my children will know. Even my grandchildren know. So, you know, I think you need to go to meeting. I said, that's your old dude.
Yeah.
And I'm going right now.
So the third step is my cornerstone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's my foundation of my recovery. I say that third step prayer every day. And it's funny because if I don't, by about 9 o'clock, I'm not doing it. Because I get into Todd's world. Man, that's not a good place to be. Not at all. I don't know about other people, but for me, oh no, that's not good at all because I'm not a nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
As long as I do that third step prayer, stay in God's will, I'm a pretty nice guy. Easy to get along with. I think she'll agree with that. You know, but yeah, and it's funny how quickly I know that I didn't do it. You know, so yeah, I'm like you. I know when I'm going a little bit like off, and it's like I don't know that. There's been a few days that I kind of went into the day before so I'm not the smartest, not the sharpest knife in the drawer still, and I'll go a while sometimes getting off into my will, and then I'll realize, wait a minute, this isn't right, So I'm glad you still go to meetings. I think I would love for me and Rosemary to come up one time and go to one of your meetings where you go. I think that'd be really cool, and we'll have to plan that.
I see this one here down here. I got 3 people that'll come get me to that bipolar stuff.
Yeah.
Witness protection program. That's what I tell everybody. That's what I mean. Because she can get you to nowhere. And so because she takes real good care of you.
Good.
And I'm really glad because I know there's a lot of people their children don't take care of.
Right.
But wherever she goes, she'll take me. And I'm a good mama because I stay in my room watching my TV. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you got some advice that you would give to the newcomer, all around the world, there it is, right there. Give it to
Okay. Just find you a meeting, a place where you feel comfortable and everything, and just go to your meetings. I followed their directions. They said 90 meetings in 90 days. I went to more than because went to their birthday night. Because my sponsor told me, you're going to birthday night, you're going to the 12 and 12, you're going to big book study, and you're going to your agenda meeting. I said, I ain't going to all that. She said, yes, you are. But see, I didn't wanna mess up with her. I was gonna mind. I'm cussing all the way, but I mind. And so when I started going, I couldn't stop. Then they started letting me go to. Then I got myself ready to go to retreats, and I just loved it. I went to AA International. I think that was 2015. Me and Jason went. We caught the bus
Yeah.
from what's that is? Central, our AA group, intergroup.
Okay.
We caught the bus from there. We had about it was $200.
Where was it?
It was in Atlanta.
That's right. I remember that.
You remember me going? And it was just when you said the Lord's Prayer in, the whole building looked like that. Yeah. Yeah. Got oh. And Jason said, "Right." He just loved it. I said, "Yeah, come on, baby. I ain't gonna tell you nothing. Just watch." And that's what he did.
Yeah. I do like conventions and things like that. It's a great place to meet meet new people, but the uniqueness of people. I'm a watcher. Now I'm a listener. And so I really enjoy meeting different people from different areas and seeing how they do things. Well, Ray, I want to thank you for being on my podcast.
You don't come on? Can I come on?
I'll step out.
No. I just wanted to. I don't know if it was mentioned, but Ray is my sponsor for
Yes.
these 11 years that I've been sober. And I just want to say thank you, Ray, for helping me and for all the people that you've helped and that your stories helped. And it has meant the world to me. I don't know if I would have made it in those early years if I hadn't had a good sponsor who was right there, come along beside me, and said, you can do it, And so I just wanted to say thank you, and I love you.
I love you too. Thank you. Because y'all don't work hard knows now. That means a whole lot to us. That we can tell somebody. Because don't nobody know our story but us.
Right.
And so when we tell somebody and they kept on to one sentence or whatever, they stay right there. And ever since she came, Rosemary, she went everywhere I told her to go.
Yep.
I say, meet me over here. She come get me. I go get her. It just becomes a friendship more than a spousery and a sponsor.
Before I got sober, I didn't like what you people were doing to my wife.
I know. I know.
You know, but I didn't stand in the way much. You know, I tried to be as respectful as I could. But I mean, yeah, I didn't care for y'all a whole lot.
Oh, I know.
But I do now. I too love you too. You know? And Rosemary, thank you for all that.
Thank you, baby.
That was really good. And you know, it's things like that that happen spontaneously. You know, somebody will come up and tell us things like, you know, we don't realize the difference that just even a brief encounter makes. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, baby.
I'm going to get you committed on camera to saying that you will let me come back and we're going to go really deep into your story, and I'm going to record a few things on your story and then slowly post them and stuff. Agreeable with you?
So
Excellent.
we gotta clear with her.
Oh, I'll get it cleared with
And,
her.
Because I tell you, this has changed everything for me, Rosemary. Because I'm in a wheelchair too. When I go to the doctor, she'll push me in the wheelchair. Because I stopped walking at one while, and I forgot to even tell y'all. Because God done delivered me from that. And that I was sick, you know,
Right.
had been sick and everything. But been in the hospital for my diabetes because it went all the way up. And they put me in the hospital and everything. She won't let me have nothing. I can't even have a piece of candy.
Well,
Can't have no Coke.
well, you know, I'm not going to disagree with her.
I know.
You know, I mean, it's one of those things. So, well, we'll come and we'll go somewhere. We'll have dinner somewhere and lunch, and we can do it over that area of time.
Okay.
We'll get it. It's going to take some time, but I want to get your story documented, okay?
Okay.
All right.
If I can remember.
Oh, you'll remember. You'll be all right. Okay. Thank you, Ray Ray.
Thank you.
All right. You have a great day. Thank
You
you very
too.
much for coming to Todd's Pod. I'll see you guys next week.
Okay. Get him he puts on